We should be live now, I suppose. So let's kickstart our session then. Hey guys, we have a lovely group of Web3 projects, investors, and some of our guests here today. And Sveta and I and the whole InnMind team, we're very happy to see you all here. I hope everyone is feeling more euphoric these days. We have some great news coming our way with the Ethereum ETF and everything, and we're hoping for better market conditions in the next couple of months. So a small reminder to our founders that please share your screen when you're pitching to showcase your pitch deck, and you will have 5 minutes to pitch. Afterwards, VCs will be able to ask questions, provide tips and feedback. And as I mentioned, we are live, so please don't share anything which is, let's say, extra confidential. Let's begin with some intros from the investor side. You guys can keep it short and sweet with some information regarding your investment thesis and what you're looking at the current market. So let me begin with Bing Ventures. Bruce, would you able to provide us with a small intro on your investment thesis and when you're looking at the current market?
Yeah, probably Bruce muted
Probably,
and he's
yeah.
not speaking mode. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I
Happy to
see
share in
here
our chat.
then Dr. Ankur from Real London Ventures. How are you? If you
How
could,
are you? Yeah,
hey,
always a
hey,
pleasure. It's been a while since I've
Hey,
been
happy
back
to
on.
see
So,
you.
yeah, good to see you guys.
glad to see you again. Yeah.
Yeah, so quick intro. My name is Dr. Encore Pathak. I am the founding principal of London Real Ventures. We are the investment arm of a media company. And what we do is we marry media and capital for our founders. So we invest in them. We also give them a platform where they can share their story and get it out to the masses. And we're looking for founders who are thinking 10 years plus, not just this bull run of the next 10 months. In terms of thesis, sector agnostic, geography agnostic, just looking for quality founders.
Perfect. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thanks a lot.
Could I give the mic to the Simplicity Group to provide us with a small intro of? Yes, perfect, Alex.
Yeah, perfect. Hi, pleasure. I'm one of the co-founders of Simplicity Group, Alex. We are a tokenomics consultancy, so specialize in that, but we also have a ventures arm and we invest via a syndicate model, ticket sizes between 50 to 125K. It's quite recent, but we already invested into 5 projects. So, yeah.
Thanks a lot. And we have Waterdrip here with us today. So if you could provide us as well with an intro, that would be perfect.
Okay, hello guys. So this is Louis. I'm from Waterdrip Capital. We're a capital that's regulated and funded in Hong Kong. But actually, we started back in 2017. So kind of been in the field for a while. We're currently looking into RWA Dypian projects, and we did a lot of investing in Bitcoin ecosystem as well. Yeah, just a short intro. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you
Thanks a
very
lot.
much. And I also see Salim from X Ventures. Hi, Salim.
Hi there. How are you guys?
Fine. You?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Perfect. Could you provide us with a short and sweet intro of your VC, what you're
Of
looking
course,
for? Yes.
of
Perfect.
course. So, X Ventures is a German VC capital fund. So we're based in Köln. We mainly invest in RWA, AI, Dypian projects. Our main strength is the conference that we organize since 2 years. So it's called Proof of Talk. It gathers all the big people, the big leaders and innovators of our industry. The first edition was in 2023. It's held in Paris. And so, yeah, we are welcoming all of you to come to the next edition, of course. Thank you.
Thanks, Salim, for the
Yeah,
intro.
thanks, Salim. Yeah, you do a great job.
Let me give the mic to Kiran and Paper Ventures. Kiran, can you hear us?
Oh, let me check. Probably Kieran just dropped the message in our chat, and yeah, probably not speaking mode.
Okay, then we
Yeah,
have
in listening
Valeria
mode.
from WebWise. Hi, Valeria.
Yes, hi everyone.
Always a
once
pleasure
again.
to have you.
Always a pleasure to be here. Sorry, no video for today, but happy to be here. So just a couple words. We've been operating in the cryptocurrency sphere since 2017. We have an asset management fund and a cross-chain protocol that is currently entering the market. Speaking about our primary focus is infrastructure projects, DeFi projects, projects related to real-world assets. And also we are open to considering NFT projects that utilize technology just beyond images. Our interest spans both equity and tokenized investments, with particular attention to projects that have clear business model and demonstrate how they plan to generate revenue. We're interested in startups at the seed stage and beyond. Do not exclude the possibility of considering pre-seed projects also. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much. And could Presto Labs provide us with also a short intro? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello,
Hey.
guys. Sorry from Presto Labs, and we are a quantitative trading firm based in Singapore, and we are doing market making on major centralized exchanges with an average daily volume of 3 billion. Besides, we also provide funding and token market making to our partners. We also provide LTC trading to our partners. For example, if a VC or an investor want to cash out regarding his early investments in some projects, then we can discuss about it.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, thanks a lot.
I think we are fine with the intros. I hope I didn't miss anyone. If someone wants to provide an intro, you can maybe unmute yourselves now. Otherwise, we can continue to the main dish of today's pitching session and the projects. And I think we're gonna start with World of Dypians, the gaming project. If you guys can. Perfect. Can you share your screen and you can begin. Ready when you are.
Yeah, let me share my screen real quick and we can start. So let me know if it's coming through.
Yeah, everything's perfect.
All right. So nice to meet you, everyone. Thank you for inviting us today in this pitching session. My name is Gazman. I'm the PM of World of Dypians. So for those who don't know or know a little bit of information about us, World of Dypians is an MMORPG game that is available on Epic Game Store in a closed beta version since December last year. So we have been developing the game for more than 2 years right now, but we managed to launch just a version on Epic Games in the past 8 months. As part of the team, we have headquarters in Bucharest, Romania, and Tirana, Albania, so we're part of Europe, but our audience is global and we have let's say global reach since we experienced a really huge growth since the moment we launched on Epic Game Store, which is one of the biggest gaming platforms in the world. The reason why we listed on Epic Game Store, it aligns with our vision to bring more Web2 users to the Web3 space, and by providing, solutions that many of the service providers in the Web3 market doesn't have at the moment. I just want to highlight that World of Dypians is not only gaming focus or metaverse, but what we're trying to bring to the space is let's say a platform that merges together the gaming concept, the DeFi, the NFTs, and the artificial intelligence. So basically, one platform that merges all of these features by providing some innovative solutions. So let me give you a little bit of data about us. As I mentioned to you before, maybe you have seen that a lot of games into the market on play to earn concept, but we are a little bit different. So many of our community compares us with World of Warcraft, but in Web3 space, since we do not only have focus on play to earn activities, but we're trying to focus to bring that enjoyable gaming experience to Web3 by having a campaign mode where players can complete missions, mining and crafting, combating, and many more things. A multiplayer mode where they can join clans, they can team up with their friends, and a lot more. And also the most important concept is the open world development thing, where they can bring value to the virtual assets, in this case, the land NFTs. They can develop or bring their own business into the metaverse and so on. So we offer not only a space to bring more users to the crypto space or individuals, but also businesses to go beyond traditional methods of generating more revenue and growing their brand into the gaming part. Just some stats about our closed beta version. We have generated more than $2.8 million in revenue, which is really huge since we are in a closed beta version and not open for everyone, and around 80 million on-chain transactions. So far, we have more than 400,000 daily active users to our platform that are, let's say, part of our amazing community, more than 700K members across different social media channels. Just want to highlight a little bit about our milestones. So we are #1 gaming ecosystem on BNB chain. We won the BNB chain daily active users incentive program 3 times for the past 6 months. And also we participated with a few selected projects from BNB chain in airdrop alliance program, since as you all know, we are going to introduce a dedicated token. And we have received more than $1 million, around $1 million in grants from BNB Chain, from Scale, from Manta, from Taiko Core, Conflux, and many more with ongoing support. And in terms of fundraising, we have received more than $2.4 million in investment by Custom Capital, Financial Move, MPC Education, which is one of the biggest investors in Brazil, Easy to Stake, and Crypto and Venture. In terms of Launchpad, we were oversubscribed with $2 million in commitments, but we chose to go to move forward with 4 Launchpad at the moment, which are Pools, WePad, Ordify, and Finceptor. So let me share a little bit about, I'm going through these slides because I can share the deck later with you. To go straight to the point on the business model and also to the tokenomics. The most important part that I want to highlight is that since we have raised so far more than $3 million in investments, it is based on a fully diluted market cap of $42.5 million. So here you can find all of the data. So far, we have closed the public and KOL round, but also have fulfilled more than 80% of the seed and private. So we still have some allocation left on this part. In terms of exchanges, we have Gate.io and Maxi confirmed, while we are in talks and ongoing discussion to finalize the agreements with KuCoin, HTX, BitGet, and others that we are in contact with. So that's just a summarize of what I wanted to share with you today.
Perfect. Thank you very much for pitching. If the investors have any questions, feel free to unmic yourself and proceed with the questions. Okay.
I have a very quick one. When are you guys planning on launching multiplayer?
Oh, this is that's a very nice question that we get also from our community. So multiplayer is one of the most requested features that it is, let's say, has shown interest to our community. And you know, as I mentioned to you before, we are in a closed beta version, so we are continuously working to to launch the multiplayer mode. But this will come step by step because the multiplayer is a wide range of activities. So it will include PvE and PvP events, but also social multiplayer activities. So at a certain moment after the TG, which we have scheduled by the end of September, we will make ready to launch phase by phase on the next game releases on Epic Games, the multiplayer features for World of Dypians.
Perfect, thanks. Anyone else who would like to ask a question? Otherwise, we can proceed with our second participant and PrompTale AI.
Hello.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this great session. Let me get my deck ready for you guys. Okay. So PrompTale is a tale. But before we start, I'd like to share some highlights. So Animoca has decided to invest. They're coming in the seed round. They're investing in. Also, they have offered to do the market making for the token, our tail token. So we're also working with them on that front. We also have IBC Group, another media company, which is investing and working with us to amplify our business um, and also invest together. Our company actually it was invested by Matter Labs, ZK Sync, and our equity value is at 20 million. We're going to have a US company, which is also, we're collaborating with Republic. They're going to do the token, also equity and regulation A. And we're going to start our US company value at 30 million USD. And we have already two investors lined up, traditional VCs. Also, one you may know, the Baby Shark team is also investing in that at that value. And we are quite excited to hear that because a lot of the VCs have mentioned real world asset trading. Now, we are backed by the top Web2 Productions of Korea. And actually, our project is an AI and RWA project. So let me start. I'm not sure how many people know what a Webtoon is, but I think everyone watches Netflix. So if you watch any content, Korean Netflix originals, 40% is based on Webtoons. You may have seen Solo Leveling. Remarried Empress is not on Netflix yet. We're going to cast Emma Stone as the actress for the drama. Because of our production networks, we have all of the access to the global publishing networks, TVs, OTTs like Netflix. And so we can amplify any contents that we create on our AI engine and make it into a global hit. Our AI ecosystem is more than an AI engine. We have people training the AI for tokens. We have people contributing hash power for the tokens. We have a launchpad where you can have fractionalized content ownership. We have the global publishing platforms ready to publish the contents and make money for the contents. We have a technology that transforms all contents into product placement media real time. And also we're going to provide RWA trading. Now, this sounds big, but actually a lot of the things are already in development. You see in the red dots. We have an AI engine that was used by the Korean government, banks, and corporations, and we're transforming it into a production level content engine. It's actually competitive with Midjourney and DALL-E already. So if you have, this is a prompt from the Midjourney server, and you can see it does quite well. This is what we get from PrompTale engine currently. If you get a bit more creative, you get remixed female superhero, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Batman. Midjourney got a bit too much of the movie. DALL-E didn't mix well. PrompTale mixes quite well for the new superhero. If you're going to make contents that make money, you need context awareness. You need a consistency of a narrative. If you put in 3 prompts, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, Midjourney will create images all independent. PrompTale creates it in a series, in a narrative. This is a global patented technology. So if you put in this prompt, you may get some images from Midjourney, DALL-E, but in PrompTale already, you get images in a series that are good quality enough for children books. Now, because our project is started with the Webtoon productions and productions of Korea, we want to replicate what productions need in content, art styles, and editing. And so our engine already supports animation mode, which transforms real-life images into animation style, as you can see. We're training it into different art styles already, and we have a tech stack that can replicate the production, the editing in production studios, and we're combining all of this together. IP holders, if you have something that's valuable, you won't be able to use a Midjourney or DALL-E because then the IP will leak and everyone can use it, devaluing the IP. We have succeeded in providing 100% private personalized AI engine for a top Webtoon creator in Korea. We can do this for every other IP holder, and this would be something the production side or anyone who has a an important IP needs. The AI adaptive product placement ad tech. Product placement ads, if you have a drama or a comic or contents out, it's really hard to do product placement ads because you have to redo everything and it costs too much. Now, our engine the technology has already succeeded in changing the content into product placement, putting in logos, putting in products into it. And so you can transform all of the contents made on PrompTale, whether it be image, webtoon, comic, or video, and transform it into real-time medias. So we're not just an ecosystem, but by an engine itself, we believe we're the next generation content AI engine. We not only provide the AI engine side, but we provide monetization pillars for creators and investors. We have a global publishing network. We have the ads to transform all of the contents into medias, and we're going to provide contents launchpad and RWA trading platforms. Our markets are divided into B2B and B2C. B2B are productions. We are connected to a lot of productions. These are the productions that we work directly. Every production pretty much has like 20 IPs that they're working on. So if we provide personalized engine for each IP, we have a really big number here. Oh, also you may see Baby Shark. Baby Shark is also one of the productions that we're working with. And we actually have some K-pop and virtual idol productions that we're working with also. For the B2C side, it's...
Jonathan, sorry to interrupt. We are running a bit out of time. So if you can, finalize and proceed with asking and fundraising, yeah.
All right, thank you. So anyone who creates content on PrompTale and they get publishing and ad revenue in USDT stable tokens. So you want to hold on to tail tokens to use to purchase contents and trade contents. Okay. So our general roadmap is we're going to have an MVP out by the end of 2024, use cases, monetizing use cases. The node sales will be in Q3, public sale, TGE, and listing will be in Q4. Our marketing is going well. Our seed round is in place right now. Compared to the public sale, it's a 75% discount. As mentioned, we're raising this in progress right now, and Animalca and a few other teams I've mentioned are already in. We will welcome any other VCs that are interested. The team is good. I won't get into the details now. And these are some of the previous investors. because I did not put in Animoca and Northbud and others because we're finalizing the papers right now. So this is a quick version of our presentation. If you have any questions, please ask. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jonathan, and sorry for interrupting you.
No.
So yeah, if our investors wanna ask some questions, of course, the ones being on are currently listening and non-speaking mode, you can just write the questions below if you want. I can read them out for our founders. So if we don't have any questions, we can proceed with.
Hello. Can I ask a question?
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Jonathan. Someone from Presto Labs, and nice to meet you. So, I have a question. Have you firmly reached MMDO with Animoca?
Oh yes. It's being
Oh, yes.
finalized.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So.
So, are you planning to onboard more market maker in the future?
Yes, we welcome any market maker that we're coupling the investment and market making together. So
Yeah.
we would welcome Presto and other teams.
Okay, our founder is also from Korea, so we have local connections in South Korea, and we with media, local medias, and other marketing team. So I think we may able to help you guys on regarding your go-to-market strategies. Okay, so but our investments always go together with our token market making service. So if you have planned to onboard more market maker in the future, so we may discuss about it. Okay.
Let's do that. That'd be great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So if anyone else doesn't have a question, we can proceed with TRL. Hi. Perfect. You shared your screen.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks. Appreciate the time. Welcome, everybody. My name is Ray. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer at TRL. So what's TRL, right? We are essentially building the world's first end-to-end RWA ecosystem. I understand that there's quite a number of RWA interested VCs in the call right now. So I hope that we can essentially be the one that catches your attention. So far, we've already been onboarding about 20 million plus USD worth of secure real estate promissory notes. That's across 80 properties ready to tokenize in across the globe. And I'll explain more on what we mean by end-to-end. Essentially, our purpose here is to build seamless, borderless, accessible access to RWA globally for investors as well as customers via an end-to-end platform. And we are starting off with real estate. So this chart might seem complex, but let me explain how we are essentially building this entire ecosystem, right? Essentially, what's really happening right now in the market is that a lot of RWA platforms right now are only focusing on the supply. When I talk about only the supply, is that they are only focusing on tokenizing single assets. And when they tokenize single assets and they pitch to retail investors to invest in, this is a huge problem where retail investors face. For example, exposing too much risk into one property, and if that property does not do well and does not provide any rental income, it affects the credibility of the platform in itself. We are doing things very, very differently from the supply side. We essentially work very closely with property developers themselves, as well as the brokers, and we tokenize a portfolio of properties. For example, we are actually working with Almir in Dubai to tokenize about 8 properties and combine them into a portfolio with properties from MR, The Mark, Ellington. As a retail investor, once you invest in a property or portfolios, you are indirectly investing into about 8 to 10 properties in itself. And this can come through, capital appreciation strategy, rental strategy, and capital appreciation. By what I mean is that essentially we invest in properties within the early stage of their construction process and sell them when they are developed. So this gives you very high capital appreciation. And for the rental income side, this is where we target high growth markets already developed that can fetch very high rental yield. Now that's on the supply side. When I talk about the demand side, this is where the consumer part comes in. And when we pitched this to Venture Capital Committee Group in Telegram, and we actually won first place because of this consumer suite, they were very mind blown. The reason why is because our aim is to create an ecosystem where we are actually controlling the demand side. So we're introducing the world's first home subscription. It's very similar to Netflix. You subscribe a monthly payment and you essentially get to stay within this portfolio of properties. For example, it's very relevant to digital nomads. They stay in Bali for 1 month, they want to move to Dubai the second month, and then they can go on and vice versa. This is very attractive for them. And essentially, once we build out this consumer segment, control the demand, we expand the ecosystem by creating a marketplace where real estate agents and other property developers can come to our marketplace to tokenize the platforms, to tokenize their properties themselves through our due diligence. And that's how we scale on the supply side. And for the consumer side, this is where we branch into more embedded finance and embedded partners within the entire ecosystem itself. For example, we see here like Maple Finance that can come into place where we already got the data of their transaction histories, their rental habits. This is where we can provide them with so much more than just properties and living. And this is the entire ecosystem which we are building. And it can become a very comprehensive model. And the beauty of it is that we are managing every step of the process and scaling the supply side at the same time. Essentially, we are built on base chain. We've already received grants up to 400K to build into Scale and IOTA. The reason why we are actually building into this platform is because Scale has actually believed in us very much. They are giving us one of the largest scale grants that they've ever given because they believe that we could be the largest ecosystem player in their chain. Our team is backed by Web2 and Web3 leaders from Binance, UX. Essentially, we have 5 core team members. Adrian, who is our co-founder, he is the owner of the largest esports marketing agency here in Southeast Asia. If you think PUBG, Dota 2, XZ Infinity Cup, Mobile Legends, any games, he is the one that runs the marketing agency for them. We have Warren, he's our property guru. He has been in the property space for a long time and it's his family business. He knows every property developer and real estate brokers across the globe. We have Ines, our chief technology officer. She is a 3-time founder. She used to be a developer for Bitcoin and Ethereum Foundation. She's a prominent space here in Malaysia. She's been in the space for a very, very long time. I myself am the chief strategy officer. I started a company before I exited it. I used to do investments for 500 Global, which is the most active early stage venture capital in the world, investing in all of the Southeast Asian startups, including Grab, Carousel, and whatnot. We also have Marian, who's our chief marketing officer. He was the ex-marketing director of WooX, the largest central exchange in Taiwan. He was also the ex-marketing manager in Binance as well as SteelFi. Traction. We've already tokenized our first property in Johor. It's been successful. Our PR is going out next week. We also have a side event with Malaysia Blockchain Week to essentially announce our success. In Q4, we are going to tokenize about $3 million worth of properties in Dubai in partnership with Almir. And in Q1 2025, we're going to launch a $2 million portfolio with Ara Greens in Malaysia. All of it has been signed already. In the MVP stage, essentially for consumer app as well as investor dashboard, the MVP is out there. We can send this deck over to you. If you want to check out on mobile interface, just scan the QR code. If you're on desktop, just click the link. You will explore the entire deck. We are essentially raising 1.5 mil in our current seed round. We closed about 600K in our angel round earlier this year. Seed round is open. We've got a lead investor. We have a couple of K left in our allocation. We have KOL round that's being run by Centauri. Public pre-sale one, we have Fjord that's committed 1 mil, and we are in late due diligence stage with Paid and CB5, which we are going to allocate 500K each. CPAD is committing 300K already with contracts. IEO, we're going to do it with either Coinstore or OneUp for 300K. And our initial market cap is 4.8 million USD. We are going to go to launch in October. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I hope that was within 5 minutes.
Yeah, awesome pitch. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Any questions?
Any questions from our investors? If you guys have any questions, feel free to just unmute yourself. No questions. If there are any questions, either way, we will provide to the teams, and we're gonna facilitate intros with the investors, so you can jump in a call and discuss everything in more detail. So let's move to Data Network and Ali. Hi, Ali.
Hi everyone, thank you for having us.
Pleasure. Perfect. We can see your screen. Feel free to
Perfect.
begin.
Cool. Okay. So, hi everyone, this is here. I'm Ali. I'm CEO and co-founder of Datai Network, and we're building a Web3 data infrastructure and analytics layer. So, as you can see here, we've been backed by several VCs such as Shima Capital, Blizzard, R3, BigBrain, GSR, and Six. And we have a multi-chain approach. A little about the team. So we're 15 people, 3 co-founders, myself, Vincent, and Maria. So I started blockchain in 2016. I was the first blockchain architect at BNP Paribas, the French bank. Then founded in 2019 a tokenization platform on Corda R3, and then in 2022 founded an on-chain data provider, which led to Datai Network. So Vincent has been investing in this space since 2017, and he was the head BD at Partija Blockchain. Maria, our CMO and co-founder, she is an ex-enterprise marketing manager at AWS. She was working there for the past 7 years. And Yuri, our CTO, ex-CTO of Tezos Golf. Of course, we have a suite of amazing advisors that some of you might know. So Web3 is brimming with innovation, but data analysis remains outdated. So blockchain was initially designed to be transparent, but its success led to an overwhelming amount of data, which made it inaccessible and unusable to the average user. So as a founder of an on-chain data provider, I can summarize the main issues in 3 points. First, the data is incomplete. No centralized data provider is being able today is struggling today to keep up with the pace of data expansion and the constant addition of new chains and new DApps. Second, even if the data is structured, it's often presented in raw format without any insight. And finally, the tools are very tech-oriented and require you to have some technical knowledge to be able to exploit them. So we want to reclaim the transparency of the blockchain and its data by making it as accessible to anyone. So we aim to be the single source of truth, indexing every action that has ever happened, is happening, or will happen on the blockchain. And our mission is to aggregate, index, analyze, and serve all blockchain history for any use in the most simple and understandable manner. So to do this, we're building a decentralized network and leveraging our in-house machine learning model that has been trained for over a year to generate user insight. So let me go more into detail. So here you see the different layers of the network. So first, in the blue, I mean, all of them are blue with the dark blue, you have the backbone of the network. So this is the data sourcing layer. This is where all the data fetching occurs. So previously, all of this was happening internally when we're a centralized data provider. But the idea is to make it open for other developer and indexer to participate in the data fetching, and they will get rewarded with Datai token for their work. Second, you have the data refining layer. So this is where we add our ML model and AI that sits on top of fetched data. And the idea is to curate them and generate usable and actionable insights for various applications. And finally, you have the application layer where our application, our in-house application sits, but also our other applications that I'll show in the next slide are using that network. So a main highlight here is that anyone can utilize those data layers below and create their own application. And we're creating a grant program for developers and app owners to build on top of our data. So our flagship product is our user insights solution that provide on-chain user behavior insight and is already being used by various customers to make actionable decisions. I'm sure you might know some of those chains or some of those data providers that we're sourcing. For example, crypto accountants are using it to price their customers according to the complexity of the wallet instead of basing it on transaction volume. Protocols like Arbitrum, IOTEX are using it to gain deeper insight in terms of their users' on-chain activity to adapt their growth. And I thought that the best way to show you a glimpse of what is the product is to share with you a very small demo, less than a minute.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. So this is a live demo, and here we only created a front end and used the data from the network. So you connect with your user, you add one or several wallets. All the transactions will be downloaded, and we can start generating insight like the amount of transaction, incoming and outgoing volume, the average transaction value, when was the first activity, the last activity, but more importantly, what's the profile of the user? Like, for example, here we can see that the user is mainly interested in NFT. So it's been like 34% of transactions are linked to NFT mint or NFT transfers. And of course, we can go into detail and understand what are the NFTs that are being traded, while 14% are linked into DeFi activities, like adding liquidity, farming, lending and borrowing, and staking. And also we have a breakdown by chain in terms of transaction volume and by protocols in terms of transactions and volume. So let me go back to the initial. This one. We're back to the presentation, right?
Yeah, sure. You
Okay,
supposed to have one more minute.
So
I think right now is I can't see the presentation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same
Let
for me.
me do it again. That's better.
Okay,
yeah?
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So all those clients that you see here are already generating revenue and will be fetching data and paying for the network day one. So Datai Network and their in-house application, both they will be using the same token, and our token falls into three main categories. One, data consumer, who pays the network for data query directly via API. And this is what you see today, all the customers that are using it today. Network stakeholders, including indexers, developers, data aggregators, who will earn token for contributing work to the network and providing data. And finally, applications in-house or outside application, they will have a 10% buyback program for any fee received from those applications. So today, we already raised a 3 million round. We're raising another 3 million round at 30 million FDV. We're launching the beta of the network in August, end of August, and the mainnet is for the beginning of October. And this will be at the same time with the DG. Thank you. Any question, please feel free to ask me.
Thank you, Ali.
Yeah, thanks a lot. What a great pitch today. Okay, yeah, probably anyone would like to ask Datai any questions?
And in fact,
Also,
some of the VCs like X Ventures, London Re and Paper Ventures were already in discussion with them.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I hope I did not bore you because you already know the pitch.
So let's proceed with Grant then and Sapiens
you.
AI. Thanks,
Hey,
Ali,
guys.
for pitching.
Yeah, thanks,
Hi,
Datai
Grant.
team.
I'll share a screen. Awesome. So it's great to connect with you guys. I'm the founder of Sapiens AI and Bridge AI, which is all under one ecosystem. Let me know if you can't hear me at any time. My co-founder, Samir, is also on this call. Samir, are you there?
Hey, great to meet you guys.
Awesome. So I'll start with an introduction. My name's Grant. I started in the blockchain space in 2018. I was a co-founder of a crypto NFT gaming project that went to 340 million fully diluted. And that was my first tech startup experience. I then co-founded an AI blockchain forensic startup with the head of AI at Visa in Singapore. And we brought around 10 machine learning engineers from the Singapore office and took that and built that for a while, was speaking to the CEO of Elliptic and other big players in that space, but ultimately it was too government sales focused. So I joined the private sector again and went and started Sapiens with Samir. I'm also a computer science student at Columbia. I'm currently on leave to build this, and I'm deferring school. And Samir could intro himself too.
Yeah, so I have a pretty technical background. I started writing code when I was a kid and then sold my first app company in high school. And then after graduating from college, I was an AI researcher at NYU. Then after publishing, I worked at a couple different startups before joining Accenture for 4 years. While I was at Accenture, I was working on this part-time and also working for the office of the CEO on on generating their global on creating their global generative AI products, along with advising Accenture Ventures and managing AI company partnerships with companies like Cohere, Anthropic, NVIDIA. And so left Accenture in January to join Grant full-time.
Thanks, Samir. All right. So yeah, it's great to meet you guys. So me and Samir started building in the privacy decentralized AI space, and we came across Zama early in the year, and we started exploring fully homomorphic encryption and what real utility that had. And what we noticed was most FHE startups are focused on building an FHE EVM, a layer 2, and we didn't see any real use case or applicability for Web 2 utility or just like B2B users. And so we formed Bridge AI. And essentially what we're building is an encrypted database that companies can jointly analyze data together without exposing data to each other. So let's say Visa and MasterCard want to do joint fraud analysis with all their transaction data. They could pool their data in an FHE database using our technology, and then they could run joint fraudulent analysis and not expose transaction data to each other. Another use case would be if Pfizer and Moderna were doing a drug study together, they could analyze the data of the drug study, findings, patient data, formulations without exposing certain IP to each other. And that's all possible through FHE. FHE is a type of encryption where you can run computations on encrypted data without ever having to decrypt that data. So it's a fairly new, it's fairly new in terms of being usable. And we've spoken to people at Google, IBM, Intel, and a lot of the big tech companies haven't really started exploring this field yet. So we feel we have a first mover's advantage. And yeah, we're really excited to be involved in that. Our MVP will be very simple. People will be able to encrypt data and put it into our database, and then they'll be able to run different types of analytics on that data together. So whether that's cross-marketing, collaborative research, or similar utilities to that. What makes us different than Zama, per se, or others like Phoenix, and other players in the Web 2 encryption database industry. So FHE is a new technology, and most people in Web 2 actually don't know about it. Big tech is not dedicating resources to it. So basically, like most FHE projects in the Web3 space are focused on the Web3 utility, like FHE EVMs. We also have a cold sales pipeline that books 4 demos per day and a database of 10 million leads. So Sapiens AI is our first product. Sapiens is a decentralized AI layer building encrypted private LLM for B2C users in the Web3 space. So you'd be able to connect your wallet to our AI, remain completely anonymous throughout the process, and use our LLM. And it will be connected to our databases, which we won't have access to your data. No one will have access to your data. You'll be able to connect your own cloud provider if you want. You can set up your own personal LLM. You can earn tokens by offering compute to train models, store fully encrypted and anonymized data, and you can also fine-tune and train AI agents and sell those on the marketplace we'll be launching, where the Sapiens token will power that. We have around 20K users signed up, as well as 7 law firms with 1.5K users beta testing. So 1.5K lawyers. That's one of the industries that we feel this has value in. We are partnered with ChainGPT and Seedify. We're in talks with Ape Terminal and PokeStarter. We're in talks with KuCoin, Bybit, OKX Ventures. We have a call with A16Z later today. The market is very large for secure data analysis, like medical data analysis, fraudulent and financial data analysis, AI and ML applications, government applications. We feel that this has a lot of wide utility. The first will probably be AI and ML that we focus on, and that's where we're starting with Sapiens. We believe that FHE will be the gold standard for the internet by 2029 and fully functional earlier than that, with dedicated hardware coming out. Zama is also like kind of agreeing with those timelines. We're part of the NVIDIA Inception program. We've received grants from AWS Activate. We're raising a pre-seed, which is 1.6 million at a $16 million round. We're going to be allowing 1 to 2 funds to fill that round, potentially 3. This will allow us to build our MVP for the FHE ecosystem, as well as Sapiens, hire out a research team and start our pilot program and build a large wait list. And then we'll be getting into a seed round. We're talking to also a few other funds this week and aiming to close the pre-seed round fairly quickly. Our TGE timeline for the Sapiens token will likely be maybe October. So yeah, I mentioned those launch pads. This will be a token warrant, so you'll have 1-to-1. So you'll receive 10% equity for the 1.6 million, as well as 10% of token is being sold. We have around 700K subscribed on the public with Seedify and ChangeGPT thus far. And yeah, that's the pitch at a high level. I don't want to take too much time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Grant. Amazing pitch. Thanks. So, if I see Alex, you open your camera.
Yeah. Hi. Just a very quick question. Obviously, FHE is quite innovative, but also at the moment seems to be pretty competitive space already. So I just wanted to ask if you could dive into a little bit more depth into how you're going to market and like how you're planning to achieve your, SAM and TAM.
Mm-hmm. Good to see you, Alex. Yeah, so FHE is a competitive space. Zama is leading the space. They are more of a research organization doing open source languages and providing tooling. There's FHE NIX Phoenix, which is a layer 2 solution. Most of the FHE products we see, or actually all of them, are focused on some like blockchain related utility or Web3 related utility. But in terms of this databasing utility that we've discovered, where 2 companies can come together, pool data in an FHE database, and then run computations on that data without exposing the data to each other, we haven't seen anyone doing that. And FHE is fairly competitive in Web3, but actually in like the broader Web2 ecosystem, it's actually mostly unknown. And so that gives us an advantage in terms of like, general competition throughout like, the larger markets of Web2. And so building the Web3 infrastructure and then having Web2 clients is our go-to-market strategy. So like talking to institutional clients, building that out is, through sales team is going to be our strategy.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Any other questions for our founders? Okay, I don't see anyone unmuting. So I think we can wrap it up. Thanks a lot everyone for attending, both our founders and our investors and our guests. And we will keep you updated for our upcoming pitching sessions and of course for the intros to the founders and the projects that pitch today. So thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Yeah, thanks a lot for
Bye-bye.
joining today. Yeah, awesome
Thanks a
founders
lot.
and
Bye bye.
VCs. Yeah, bye bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye everyone. Ciao.